Thought I'd make a quick video on the Sonoff boards. They're absolutely amazing boards for controlling devices around your home. This is one of their RF versions. One thing that I have found that is a bit of an issue, I'm not going to go into exactly what they do, just look them up. Rob Reynolds has been designing or explaining a different way that you can use these in a momentary type relay situation where these boards, or actually the 4-channel Pro versions, you can utilize to then turn on remote controls and other things around the house. One thing that I have found that is a bit of an issue, you've got inside these boards 2 different antennas. So you've got your antenna over here, which is your 802.11n type networks, or ACE, I'm pretty sure it just goes up to N type networks here, which is fine. In the Sonoff RF boards and the 4-channel Pro boards, you've then got an additional RF433 antenna, which is communicating off of this this board here that you can see. The issue comes in where two parts. This RF433 board is not rolling code. It's just a standard signal it's thrown out. So if you're listening on the airs, you can easily interpret and find out what that signal is. So not a good way to communicate with these devices. The other problem is they appear to be hard-coded. You can't actually change the signal that they're receiving on. You wouldn't think that would be that big of an issue, but even just a few of the PIRs that are issued by Sonoff or other companies that are around the place, which you can easily find on any of the mass importing websites, will interfere with it. I had a bit of an issue where I set up a automation momentary latching system, or momentary system instead of the latching system for my sauna control, and I walk into the laundry and the sauna turns on without any scenes or scenarios or anything like that connected up. I do have an RF bridge, but it was doing this before I got the RF bridge in place, and that becomes a bit of an issue. Now with these boards, it's easy enough to sort of just track back, have a look, and you can see here the power control, reset, clock and ground lines. You're able to just desolder that entire board, which is good. And you can do similar things with the RF Pros. I think it would be a great idea for Sonoff just to give you a little switch. You go click, no worries, it's no longer required. Or if there is a scenario, which I would only suggest using these boards in a situation like the actual RF components of these boards in a situation where you thought maybe your Wi-Fi network's down and you need to be able to turn something on and off. Not in a security application. Security application would be bad for that. That'd be a terrible idea, because in a security application, it would just take someone to roll through a bunch of the different options of default basic RF control, and you'll end up with one of these little boards triggering an event that may unlock your garage door, or unlock your gate, or turn off your alarm, or any of the other things that you may use these to overcome rolling code functions. So something to be aware of. I'll show you what I mean, so that sort of makes a bit more sense. So let me just cruise out of here. So I've had to temporarily set up this Sonoff device. As you've seen Rob Reynolds, I've actually done it in a very similar fashion, where I've had the wires go into the device and had the remotes stored within the device. The problem that you've got, now I'm going to show you this. I've got a PIR here. Now this is there goes the battery. This is one that I've got straight from like an AliExpress or something like that. It communicates perfectly with the RF433 bridges, should that be something that someone's looking to do. But it was communicating directly with these devices beforehand. So the moment I pop this battery in, you saw the light, it got the signal, and then if we just check it out here, our gate's opening. Woohoo! It's a problem though, because we don't particularly want to be walking into a room and have the gate open. And now it's just gone off again, and I don't know if you probably can't hear the relay there in the background, but it's now reversing the direction. So that is a bit of an issue. It's gone off again because I'm still holding it in my hand. Now it's paused it again. So that's a bit of a problem. I'll show you another situation where that can become an issue. So again here I've got a sauna which I've used the latching, the momentary control to allow for the RF 4-channel Sonoff Pro to communicate, I've got a different PIR, and you can't reprogram the signal that the PIRs are transmitting on, and you can't, I cannot appear to find a way to reprogram the way that they're listening on each of the channels. But the moment that goes in and the light turns on, bang, sauna's on. Then if I just move around a little bit, bang, sauna's off. Not great. Yeah, move around a bit, ready for sauna. So it's a bit of an issue. I wouldn't be, there you go, it's frustrating. The only way, as I said, is to desolder the board. You could try clipping the antenna back. I've tried that. It is A, dodgy, B, it still kind of works. So don't do that. You need to have something that's a bit less dodgy. Anyway, just my feedback. See what you guys think. Cool.